Good day, everyone. Welcome to the third dimension. This is our first video from another series that we're starting. In this series, we're going to talk about short, brief, and precise points regarding civil engineering. These brief and precise points or concepts are going to be from a range of different topics, and we're going to make sure that we cover everything. These points are something which every engineer, site engineer, or a student or a job applicant would most probably face during his career. So make sure to stick around till the end. In our first video, we have 20 civil engineering interview questions or concepts that we're going to discuss. So let's get started. At number 1, we have what is the size of concrete cube? Concrete cubes are usually used during compressive testing, in which the compressive strength of concrete at 28 days is determined. So the size of these cubes are 15 centimeter by 15 centimeter by 15 centimeter. That's 150 mm by 150 mm by 150 mm. The next point is, what is the meaning of M20 concrete? In M20 concrete, M stands for mix and 20 stands for its compressive strength, which is 20 newtons per mm square, or 20 MPa by the end of 28 days. At number 3, we have what is BBS? Well, BBS stands for bar bending schedule, which is usually prepared on site to determine the quantities of the steel that would probably be used or ordered. The next point is, what is the density of steel? The density of steel is 7850 kgs per meter cube. How do you find the unit weight of steel bars? The formula to find the unit weight of steel bar for every running meter is d squared divided by 162. If you multiply that by 1, the value would be for every running meter, and if you multiply it by the length of the steel bar, then it would be the overall weight in kgs. The next point is, what is the difference between one-way and two-way slab? There are a number of differences between both of them, but the main difference is one-way slab has a length or width ratio of more than 2, and two-way slab has a length or width ratio of less than 2. The next point is, what is the two most major concrete tests which are done on site? Whether it's the cube compressive strength test and the slump test, which is for workability. What is the water cement ratio? Well, water cement ratio denotes the amount of water which is going to be added to the batch as compared to the amount of cement. So as the water cement ratio increases, its workability increases, but at the same time its strength decreases. And if we decrease the water cement ratio, its workability would decrease, but its strength would increase. So it depends on the site and the decision which you would take as a site engineer regarding what's the appropriate water cement ratio. The next point is, what is the general steps of building construction? Well, the first step is of course the excavation, followed by the PCC, which is plain cement concrete, followed by the footing and foundation, followed by the plinth beam, and then it's the earth backfill till the plinth level, and of course its compaction. Then we have the DPC, which is damp-proof cement, its layer, which is usually 1.5 inch or 2 inches. Then we have the column construction, followed by the brick masonry construction, and then the lintel beams and the chudjas and the windows and door frames installation. First is the windows and the doors, and then that's followed by the lintel beam, which is connected. Then we have the beam and the slab casting, followed by plastering and flooring at the same time. Then we have the pointing and finishing, and then the electrical and plumbing. So The next point is, how do you generally find the volume of concrete? Well, we multiply the length, width, and height of the shape that we have to find. So then that's how we find out the volume of concrete, by multiplying its length, width, and height. What are the different grades of concrete? We have the M5, M10, M15, M20, M25, and following on until M40, I believe M45. What is the minimum recommended grade of RCC work? Well, as per IS code, the minimum recommended grade is M20 grade, which has a ratio of 1, 1.5, and 3. 1 cement, 1.5 sand, and 3 aggregate. What would be the strength of M20 concrete cube after 28 days? Well, as the name itself says that M20, it means that after 28 days, if the concrete has achieved 99% of its strength, then its strength would be 20 newtons per mm square. The next point is, what do you understand by 53 grade cement? But it means that the compressive strength of the cement concrete after 28 days of setting will be 53 newtons per mm square. And let's change this to compressive strength. Here we go. The next point is, what are the number of cement bags for 5 meter cube volume of cement? Well, one cement bag covers a volume of 0.035 meter cube. Let's add a point here. So 5 meter cube would be 5 divided by 0.035, which is 143 bags of cement. What is the full form of TMT and TMX bars? TMT stands for thermomechanically treated bars, and TMX stands for Thermex rebars. The next point is, does water damage concrete? Well, in case of PCC in which no reinforcement is added, of course it wouldn't damage it, but in case of RCC concrete, the reinforcement inside would be affected, corroded, and damaged. How do you generally find the volume of concrete? Well, multiplying its length, width, and height into one another. What is the difference between working stress method and the limit stress method? Working stress was the initial elastic design method in which structures were designed to bear loads up to its elastic limit, while limit state method or limit stress method is the modern plastic design method in which structures are designed to bear loads beyond their plastic limit. What is the function of sand in mortar? Well, sand provides compressive, tensile, and core strength to the mortar. It also increases the density of mortar and helps with its consistency and setting. It also prevents the mortar from shrinkage. The next point is, why do we test concrete after 28 days? Well, because concrete gains its 99% of strength after 28 days of its casting. Even after 28 days, its strength gaining ability continues for many years, but it's at a very slow rate. What is the standard size of brick, and what are the number of bricks in 1 meter cube of brick wall or space? Well, the standard size of brick is 190 mm by 90 mm by 90 mm, and roughly 500 bricks can fit in 1 meter cube of space. What are the densities of various construction materials? Well, steel has density of 7850 kgs per meter cube, cement has 1440 kgs, brick is 1682 till 1920 kgs per meter cube, depending on the size of the brick. Sand is 1100 till 2000. Let me fix this. Till 2100 kgs per meter cube. Water is 1000 kgs. RCC is 2500. PCC is 2400. And finally, wood has a density of 1100 kgs per meter cube. These were 20 important civil engineering points and concepts which every engineer must be familiar with. We are going to continue this series and cover a lot more important civil engineering concepts and points. So make sure to stay tuned with us. Thank you.